Pick up ace king 10-8 with the suited king 8 in the small blind. Under the gun limps. I just call. Big blind makes it $1, and we all see the flop. Flop comes out 4 ace 5, so I have top pair, top kicker, backdoor flush draw. Not a great flop, not a bad flop. I decide to check. Big blind bets out 225. So I think at best here, he's going to have ace king or just like a two pair hand, ace 4, ace 5. But I have a little bit of experience with this player, and he's been just quite aggressive and showed up with a lot of things, and seems to be trying to pick decent spots to bluff. And he could be betting just his whole range here. And I decide to call. Turn comes out. I pick up a gut shot, so now a jack gives me a straight. And it puts a higher card, which I think is relatively safe, although if he has diamonds, he picked up a flush draw. But I decide to check and see what he does. And he bets $5.62. And I don't really think I have a good enough reason to let the hand go at this point. So I call and am going to reevaluate the situation once the river comes out. So the river is a deuce, puts a straight out there. And there's $17 in the pot, and I check it to him. Now he goes all in for pot size bet. So this is pretty interesting to me because I don't know if he had pocket fours, pocket aces, pocket fives. I don't think he would be betting this because, especially with pocket aces, because that's less combinations of strong hands that I'm even able to make this call with. It just seems more, it's just going to be more bluffy to me. I also don't think he necessarily would do this with ace 5. For this sizing, I think he would value bet a smaller size to just get a call from like a weaker ace or something else. So he's really trying to represent that he has a wheel or had 6-3 and made a 6 high straight. I think he's taken sets and two pairs out of his range. So that is a very small range to be repping. He could have had like ace 5 3x, something like that, but I'm not sure that combination of hands makes it $1 pre-flop, although with the way he's been playing, I guess if it was double suited, he would probably play those hands like that. But I just thought he was going to show up with maybe like a 7-6 something something, or some high card hand that was going for like diamonds, picked up equity on the turn or a straight draw, and then when this that was decided to continue bluffing on the turn, and then when this river came out, decided it was a good card to bluff. So I just thought that he narrowed his range down so much with this bet sizing on this board and the story he's trying to tell. And from previous experience playing this guy, the short amount of hands that I played him, I just thought that this was going to be bluff heavy most of the time. So despite having only one pair, aces with a king kicker, on this board, I decided to make the call. And he was bluffing on the flop, picked up a pair and a straight draw, so the turn did help him, and had a 3, which blocked me from having straight outs, and chose to just shove the river and represent the straight. So I read it right, and I don't think he played it bad. I think his sizing, I think actually smaller would have made it more believable on the river. I don't necessarily like the shove versus my range, which looks like two pair or just an ace was some draw, or it could be a hand like 7-6 something myself, which would be folding anyway. But of course, shoving takes away my ability to come over the top and bluff him off of a hand. But he does have a pair if he thought that's what I was doing. But that's a bunch of different levels. But yeah, interesting hand.